Hi everyone, Dawn Marie here with Creative DME Designs, and I just wanted to go through my list. It's all one word, and I'm not saying what is going to be altered. So altered could be altered paperclip, altered envelope, altered anything. Beyond it could mean beyond the page, beyond belief. Cascade is another word for like, so how I got these, I'm just going to go with it because you're going to see these again. This is the book that I put together with the brown paper. I had made a whole bunch of sheets of layered yarn, layered paper, layered pieces of card. Basically, I went outside, put down a piece of what did I use? Freezer paper. Started putting down glued yarn, and then I'd put down a layer of something else, and then I'd put more glued yarn down, and then I'd put a layer of either tissue paper or the white sheets between the napkins. And some of them I used plain Mod Podge, and some of them obviously I used my coffee Mod Podge. So I have lots of them. If anybody's interested in any of it, I can cut it up into like 3x3 sheets and maybe send some off if somebody wants a surprise. I had also done these, and these were with more things upstairs. These I didn't do. This doesn't have the yarn in it, so I didn't do it outside. So I do have all of these fun pieces of paper with all kinds of different scraps in them. So that's what I made the covers out of. This right here is a vintage handkerchief that had been my grandfather's, that he had brought over with him from Sweden when he came over on the boat. And it had holes all through it. So I saved the parts with the green because that was the most stable parts. And really, this is probably saving it more than just keeping it in a drawer, because this is, it's got glue on it. It's not going to come apart now. The bow may, you could see some things, but I really wanted to use it, and it's beautiful silk, and if it wasn't used, it would be disintegrating. So this is the brown book. I also put some in the center here. The handkerchief was about as big as you can see on the screen right now. So I was able to get some of it on the inside of this. I still haven't decided what to put on this page, but I did overlap it. So what I've done with my brown book, I left one page, and I did A. And so I have all these words here. I have altered, and then after it I put paperclip, playing card, book page, accordion folds, the different things you can do with accordion fold. Angles, make sure that you put things at strange angles or in strange, not the normal up and down. Adornments, ATC, applique, alcohol inks. There's so much you can do with that. Aviation is a junk journal idea. So basically what I'm doing is I'm put anatomy, another junk journal idea. So anything that starts with A, whether it's a word that I can expound on or an idea, I'm going to put in here. Antique, a theme or ephemera, architectural, and then altered cards, alteration cards, which sometimes you can't get. Now, if it goes over, I have put a tip in here. So B and C did go over. I have belly band, bric-a-brac, building materials means stuff from Home Depot. And these, some of them I got from you guys off the page, and some of them I have been collecting since I started this. Like, I've kept a little slip of paper beside me to write down things as I go for a long, long time. Book pages, butterflies, buttons, bags, brushed, which actually is a finishing type. Burnt. I mean, you can burn the edges of everything. I don't see that very often, but actually burnt edge paper I think is absolutely gorgeous. Beads, bold, braille. I would love to get some braille paper. I don't have any, and I've been looking for it. Blocked. Blocked could mean to cover something or something being in blocks. Bindings. There's so many different bindings out there. Bought. Blended. Bingo cards. Brown paper. Box or boxed. Bauble, burlap, bird's nest, which is another name for doing a string yarn goobly-gook like Julie does. Broken, could be anything. Bling, bulb pin, bulldog clip, brads, beyond the. Now, beyond the could be beyond the page, beyond the line, beyond the edge, just something over. Bottle shaped. So the other thing that I've noticed that we tend to make tags a tag shape, but they could be different shapes, like a bottle or a cat or a, however you, if you guys have those punches that can punch those big things out, you know, that's great. I don't have any of those. Background page. C, cover, calendars, collage, cluster, coloring book pages, corner, which means could be tucked, could be colorful corner, which drawing on it, whatever. Circles, crossed, closures, cupcake wrappers, crayons, color, coffee, cutouts or cut aparts. Charred, charcoal, comic book pages, crackle, certificates, clear, clean, calligraphy, cascading, computer card, charms, calling cards, coin rolls, corner cartoons. I don't know if you guys remember those, but where you go like this and it makes a little movie going through your book. I've never seen anybody do that yet in a junk journal. Cover joints. That would mean if you had a, let me see. So for instance, I have a couple Franken pages in here because I used this from a big huge roll and I had some ends. So if you have a joint because you glued them together, covering means covering the joint. So here I just X'd and made it really look like a Franken page. Covering the joint means you could use a piece of fabric, you could use a ribbon, you could use whatever. So that's what I mean by covering a joint. Clapboard siding technique, which would be just layers up and down. D, Dutch door, dangles, double. Anything that's double. A pocket, a tag, a corner, a tip-in, an envelope. Digis, decorations, dazzle, dyed, doilies, draw, dryer sheets. I have one around here. I took it from my neighbor's house. Dollar Tree supplies, distressed. So anything could be distressed, but just that word to me, if I haven't been distressing things in a while, I'll start distressing. Dictionary, dream. You could make a dream page. You could have a dream theme. Dolls. It could be a paper or it could be a theme again. Die cuts, dried, which could be dried flowers, dried leaves, dried anything. E, envelope. You can make pockets, flip pages. So I just put envelope. Edge, anything you can do with the edge. Eclectic, meaning not all really one theme. An emblem, which would be like the little, let's see. Right now I can't think of it. But an emblem is just like a little tag that, like Coca-Cola, their emblem is the swoosh with the Coca-Cola. Embroidery, eco prints, Easter eggs. Now, Easter eggs to me is something hidden within it that's thoughtful and meaningful in the journal. So for instance, if you were doing a journal, like my husband's a magician, if I were to put an Easter egg in a journal for him, it would be using one of his published card tricks as something that I was doing it. So that's really a personalization, that it's hidden, it's meant for somebody to find, and to actually have meaning towards them, not necessarily or between you and the person who has the folder. So it's the same thing when Easter eggs are in movies and TV shows. Era. An era is a 10-year period of time. Error. And like I put here, there's no such thing as an error. So that to me just is a reminder. Encyclopedia, elastic, embellish, etchings, enclosures, ephemera, embossed, eyelets. F, fabric, franken, folio, file folders, flip-flop, flap, fluff, frills, flowers, fussy cut, fast food wrappers, finger painting, faux, famous. So I just put famous because then it could be like a famous picture, a famous artist, just famous. Flashcards, foil, focal point. Every page, everything that you do needs to have a focal point. And actually, focal point I need to put in big bold letters across the front of where I'm working so I can see it all the time, because I always forget about a focal point. G, guest checks, garland, glassine bags, jelly plate, gatefold, generic, gadgets, garage door, gilding, green. I started putting colors in under each one, and then I just put color under C. Glitter, game pieces, gems, graph, meaning graph paper, gallery, grungy, glamorous, greeting cards, gears. H, hinged, hidden, hodgepodge, houndstooth and herringbone, which are two types of design. Holes, holders. So if you want to put a pen in, you need to make a holder for the pen. Noodles, go downstairs. Happy Mail, horizontal, and I put Holtz, meaning Tim Holtz like stuff. Hand drawn, handprints, homemade, holes meaning punches. So I have holes in there twice. Habit helper, which sometimes you have those little habits and you need it. Sometimes throwing one in a journal actually helps. Handwritten, which could mean your handwriting or a note or a letter that you have. I, index cards, inked, ink stamping, insignia, which I don't know if it's spelled with an I or an E. That's why it might be under both. Inventive, invitation, imperfect. Everything you make will be imperfect because nothing is fun when there's perfection in it. That's just my personal thing. Image, imagination. J, journal cards, junk mail, jewelry, junkie. Jag, which is it's when you go and all of a sudden you switch directions very quickly. So I put that in as just a reminder. Jacob's ladder, which is a way of folding. Jokes. It's always fun to put jokes in. K, naughty, kerchief, kilt pin, Kleenex box. I have the cutest Kleenex box, and I keep trying to use as much. I still have half of a box here. But look at these dogs. I've got to use this for something, but I need to finish my Kleenexes first. And yeah, I got that at TJ Maxx. Totally weird to find it at TJ Maxx. A keeping place, like a very specialized keeping place for something very important. Kitschy. Kaleidoscope, needed, which is a way to distress things. Keepsake, crinkled, craft paper. Knowledge means like putting all of a sudden, like you open it up and it will say, did you know in 19 so and so married so and so. So just putting those little snippets in. Kids stuff, kitchen supplies. I didn't put supplies, but kitchen. Knots, You can put all different kinds of knots in using all different kinds of things. Lace, library, loaded, which means full or stuffed. Language, always try to find something with a different language in it. Large, long, letters. Lists, leather, layered, ledger, leaves. M, matchbook, music paper, magazines, messy thread. That's, messy thread is the same thing as a bird's nest, I think. I don't know. Movable, that was one that I was like, yeah, things can be movable. Even a pocket could be movable. Mosaic, metal, mimic. Map pages, master board or master poster board. Manila, mandala, marbled, minimalist, magnet, because you can use magnets and clasps and even to go over the edge pages. Money, muted, which would be taken down a notch or the colors muted. N, napkins, notebook, naked notes. To me, naked notes would be putting nothing on it, just having plain paper. Needlework, nature, newspaper or newsprint. Newspaper is I see it as the paper that they print the newspapers on, and newsprint would be the actual newspaper printed. New to me, and numbers. O, oval tags, over the edge pages, ombre, octagon, which means 8, oblong, origami, old, opposite, other, because there can always be another. I put Ouija board down, and overstated. Overstated would be just over the top. P, postcard, pocket, punches, page edge, packaging, pouch, postal stamps, pictures, privacy envelopes, paint chips, paint, photo, printer, paper towels, player piano paper, pastel, which could either be the stuff you make art with or the color palette, paper dolls, a pen place, petticoat layers, which I guess it would depend on how you were calling things, but I see petticoat layers as being sort of triangular shaped because that's what a petticoat would be. It would be rounded at the bottom and then it would go up like that. So I think that that's, I guess it would be how you would see things. Poems. I think that pieces of poems should go in. Playing cards, all kinds of playing cards. Patchwork, panels, planner pages. Q, quilted, anything could be quilted. Quirky, quotes, quadrilateral, which means 4, and quadruple, which means 4. Quilled, Q-tips, and quilling. R, anything round. Ruffles, rectangles, recipe cards, romantic. Ready, which means it's already ready-made. Rubbings, this would be like going and getting rubbing from something that's got dimension. Recycled, receipts, ribbon, ripped, rolls or rolled, ruler torn, and reimagined. Now, reimagined is taking something, for instance, on my last thing for the Easter, I reimagined many of the pieces of the 2 days that they gave us by putting skeleton stamps on it. So that would be something reimagined. S, needed an extra page. Scrapbook paper, snippet rolls, stenciled, stacks, stickers, secret, slot, sideways, side tuck, spiral, spinning, stripes of paper, which also could be shingles, there's things mean different things. Stamp, sketch, snaps. String, spice dyed, supplies, sanded. Seed pack, sequence, sewn, scroll, which could be the same thing as, a scroll can be the same thing as, it's on here too. I don't know, whatever. Single, stapled, storybook, shrinky dink paper, shading, shapes, snarky sayings, stained, storage, spine jewels, sentiments, shingles, shiplap style. T, torn book pages, triple, which is 3, tucks, tactile, tabs, ticket, triangle, textile, torn or tear, tuxedo, trifold, tin types, tracing paper, tea-dyed, typing or typing paper or just whatever, thread, toilet paper, trivia, a treasure, tiny or teeny, whichever you want to say it, telephone, time cards, trim, twins, texture, tip-in. U, unexpected, upholstery samples, ugly paper, unusable, unconventional, utensils, up-angled, flip, updated, underappreciated, and uncover. V, veiled fabric flip. Vellum, which could be pages, pockets, valances, overlays, tucks. Valance, various pockets. Vertical belly band. Vouchers, Victorian, violet, vintage, Velcro, and vocabulary cards. W, wallpaper, wallet, waterfall. Window, weathered, wrap. Wrapping paper, washi, writing, writing board. Watercolors, wax, resist or paper. Worldly, which means that showing different parts of the world, showing their cultures, whatever. Wrap around, watercolor paintings, either original or reproduction. Wood, X, xylophone snippet, extra fluffy tassel, extra large tag, xenograph pockets, crossed belly band, X-rayed, which I don't know how you could do it, but X-rayed. Sometimes I know for, what was it, Halloween, Tim Holtz had those X-ray sheets. Zero, spelled with an X. Zenny Nature, which I saw on somebody's list and I'm not sure. And then I put XOXO because that would be kisses and hugs. Or hugs and kisses. I don't know which it is. Y, yearbook gallery. You know how a yearbook is set up with just a picture. And then names on the side. Yarn, flowers, tassels, borders, blah, 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 blah. Yellowed. It's an aging technique. You can do it with tape, doilies. I do want to learn how to make the yellowed tape. I have not done that yet. And that might be one of these things that I do. Yo-yos, meaning the fabric yo-yos, or maybe even the game yo-yos. Yesterdays, years. Z, zipper, zigzag, page edge, Z-fold, which is the way you can fold for a pocket, zigzag stitch, zinnias, zentangles. So if anybody has any other words that they want to tell me about, that would be great. I will be adding to this constantly, but I figured I'd give you my list and then how I came up with it. And so what I do plan on doing is Franken. Obviously, whatever I'm going to make is going to be put together with multiple things. A gallery probably will be a gallery, things set up in a specific way, like a gallery would be. But these things could be, it could be a hinged pocket. It could be a hinged little paper clip, crinkled. It could be that I crinkled paper before I dyed it, and then I used it in something. So opposite, for instance, like the yin yang symbol. If I do a page, like 2 pages back to back, one could be the opposite of the other. So just the way it's set up. So yeah, these are my things for this time, and I showed you how I did it. And let's see, I'm not sure how long this was, 25 minutes. I think that's pretty good. I will talk to you guys later, and I will see you later. This is Dawn Marie with Creative DME Designs, and I want to thank the dogs for just one interruption, and Bruno's snoring throughout. That's not me snoring as I'm doing this, but okay. I will be coming to you soon with some of these things done up. Thank you. Bye.